Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and in this video I'm going to be kind of going over Warfronts. So basically my opinion on Warfronts now that I've been able to kind of be on both sides of it. I did a video kind of criticizing the fact that the Horde got to go first before the Alliance and how it wasn't really even, because that was kind of a controversial topic. But now this is going to just be void of that. It's just going to be about what I actually think about the actual experience. So a lot of the community don't like Warfronts. It seems like I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of really great reasons why. Some people say they don't like it for the welfare gear. That's something I've seen. I've seen people say they don't like it because it's too easy. I've seen that as well. But yeah, my experience with it was pretty good overall. So I did it on 3 different vantage points. I have 3 120s currently. I did it as a DPS. I did it as a DPS, but I did gathering, and then I did it as a tank on 3 different characters. And I'll say my least favorite experience was on my main character as just a pure DPS. It was a little bit boring. I wasn't fast enough, or I didn't have a stealth or travel form to collect super well, and then it's kind of boring just kind of killing a few NPCs. The ones that you can solo are really weak, and then the ones that you can't solo, so you have to kind of wait for a whole group anyways. So that one was my worst experience. However, on my druid, I did mostly gathering. That was actually kind of fun. Going around stealthing, collecting all the wood, getting our castle advanced as fast as possible with some other people that were doing similar things. I had pretty good fun on that one. It was also a fairly quick one. And on the tank one, it was kind of more of a mix. I had a little bit more choice in what I did because I could take more mobs on and take on harder mobs as a tank. And so while I was kind of doing the same thing as I did on DPS, I had a little bit more of a say in what I was doing, and that was kind of nice. So overall, my experience was pretty good about it. As far as the welfare gear goes, it's just a way to get gear, I guess. You spend 20-30 minutes and you get a 340. That's kind of how they look at it, so that's probably how the player base should look at it. They're assuming anyone can basically complete a Mythic 0 dungeon, so no pluses with it, and it's going to take you probably about 30 minutes to do if you have like a bad group or you're just not very good or whatever, and you're going to get a 340 from it most likely. Not necessarily. Now this is guaranteed, but most likely you're probably going to get 1 piece of gear from it, or at least you'll get like a Hydra core or something that you can use towards a piece of gear from the Mythic. So in that case, I think it's fairly spot on with the gear that you get. You do get the 370 for doing it a week. I think that's kind of spot on with things as well. They always have a weekly thing that you can do to get a piece of gear, whether it's time walking, whether it's complete 4 mythic dungeons and get a nice piece of gear. Weekly things are kind of normal in WoW, and this is like once every 2 weeks, so I don't think that's really an issue. And it might just been a one-time reward. I don't even really know that, I guess. It could have just been a one-time reward per Warfront. So this is the first Warfront that was out. There are I think at least 2 others already made that aren't implemented yet. I don't know if that's 100% true or not, but I think I read that. I know that there are going to be more Warfronts either way, but I think there's already 2 that are actually made. So you'll have a slightly different experience, as I'm assuming they're going to come out with the different patches to kind of go with the storyline. So right now it's like Horde and Alliance are fighting, and Arethi is the storyline. Alliance are kind of trying to defend it. So it looks like the next 2, and now that I'm talking about it, whatever had coming back to my mind, and I think the Alliance kind of goes on the aggressive in the next coming Warfronts. So that'll be interesting as well. So I don't know if that'll probably happen with a patch. I'd assume, to kind of keep the storyline going, and that's kind of what the Warfronts are too. It's just a piece of the puzzle of the storyline. Overall, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know what you're expecting from it. Overall, you could say that the difficulty is a little bit low. Maybe they could have, like, in the future, like Island Expeditions, maybe have a heroic one, a PvP one, and a mythic one. That could be cool. Increase the difficulty, have an item level restriction on joining. That way, you only serious people are going to be doing it. Obviously, you would have to let people queue for Mythic without being in a group, because I don't, unless the rewards were really good, like 3 guaranteed pieces of Mythic loot and it was really hard, then I don't see a guild doing it together necessarily. The rewards would have to be worth it, but upping the difficulty to increase the amount of Azurite, or just maybe slightly increase the rewards, but just have everyone be able to queue for it, I think I'd be fine with that as well. As far as improving it goes, that was probably my biggest knock. Is it is a little bit too easy. It's hard, you just it's a little too easy overall. That would be my one knock on it, but it's just a nice fun piece of side content. If you don't like it, don't do it. It's like pet battles. So I've been not a big pet battle person. This expansion, I've done it a little bit more with all the world quests. You collect those tokens. You can buy cool pets with the tokens. I am a bit of a collector, so I have been prone to do those. So it's kind of got me to like pet battles a little bit. But it's one of those things where if you don't like it, just don't do it. It's not a huge deal. If you're a serious player, that 340 gear isn't going to help you a lot anyway. So you could do it on your alt and get a free piece of gear that way. That's what helps me out. I mean, well, even my alts are about 340, so it doesn't help me that much. But when I get it a fresh 120, it'll help. So that's kind of the way I look at it. Something for your alts to do. Something to do if it's a weekly quest. Other than that, I'm probably not going to do it. It's not something meant to do 20 times if you don't want to do it 20 times. But you can do it 20 times if you do want to do it 20 times. So that's kind of neat about it. Overall, if I had to just give it a rating, I guess I'd 7 out of 10 or something like that. But yeah, that's what I think about it. I know it's not the mainstream way to think about it, but that's just my honest opinion. And yeah, please subscribe, comment, all that stuff, and everybody have a good one. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Thumbs up and sub as always. Also comment below, share the videos. Appreciate it so much. You can also check me out at Twitter at WoW Gaming Inc. and at Twitch with the tag name Kneecap Killa. So everyone have a good one and see you again soon.